Welcome back, everyone. We're pleased to welcome world number 4, Colin Morikawa. Colin, talk a little bit about your preparation this week and what you're seeing from the course.
Yeah, prep has been great. Obviously we had a 3 week stretch of PGA, Colonial, and Muirfield, and the game feels good. I love coming into weeks, especially a major, where you're just kind of ready to play golf and try and figure out the course and how you're going to beat it. But this course is tough. I've only played it once. I played the 2020 Farmers. I didn't play this year. And it's going to test every part of your game. I think everyone has said that, but it's just a course where it's demanding off the tee, it's demanding with your approach shots, and you got to hit really good putts, especially with kind of POA greens and a lot of slope to them.
I know we're not that close to LA, but a U.S. Open in Southern California. Who's here with you this week, and how does it feel to play one close to home?
Yeah, girlfriend's here. Family's going to come Friday and the weekend, but it feels so good. I mean, when we flew in and I kind of stepped off the plane, it felt good to just breathe California air. Like it's something about it. Like I don't care where you are in California, just something about it. Like it feels right. So it's good to be back. Like you just have good vibes, even though you're a couple hours from LA. And I love being in California.
We're going to take one from the WebEx. Can you describe the rough and maybe any situation you've been in thus far this week?
Yeah, I'd say the rough is very thick, but it's pretty spotty. Some spots you get really lucky and the ball sits up, especially with some thick Kuya blades of grass, and you can get really lucky and hit some good shots out of there. And other parts, the ball sits down, and you're trying to hack out a 9-iron and just see how far it can run up. So I think a lot of it has to do with the prep you're going to be doing throughout the week. Knowing where some spots you might have to be more aggressive or play a little safe off the tee, just knowing where some of the rough is going to be.
Can you talk a little bit about U.S. Open week? It's meant to kind of be a bit more of a grind. How do you mentally prepare for that?
Yeah, I think the way I've looked at the U.S. Opens, I've played 2 U.S. Opens, and to be honest, I think I kind of psyched myself out before I even started, and that's never something you want to do. You kind of show up, obviously you're going to have thick rough. USGA is going to set up the course really tough, but that doesn't mean you can't go out and play really well and play some great golf. And the 2 U.S. Opens I've played, I think I've done that of just not setting myself up for success. I know they're going to play it really tough. It's going to be tough, but I look forward to that. I want to embrace that this week.
Right here.
I want to ask you about a Memorial. Did you have to go through any special kind of contact tracing because you played with John?
No, the tour contacted me that night, Saturday night, and I knew kind of the details of what was going on when I played with him Thursday, Friday, so I kept my distance. I respected what we needed to do as playing partners, and we were in very fortunate circumstances of being outside, really hot, really humid. And I kept my distance. So, they said I didn't need to test. And, obviously I wanted to make sure I didn't feel sick or anything, but I felt fine. And going into Sunday, all I was trying to do was win.
And just talk a little bit about how well he was playing from a player's perspective to see what he did on Saturday.
Oh.
What level was he at, and what might he do on a course that he really likes like this one?
Yeah, I mean, he was on a level that I couldn't keep up for at least 3 days. I mean, who knows what could happen Sunday, but building a 6-shot lead through 3 rounds on that golf course, he was playing some amazing golf. And, I gave him a call Sunday night and just said, I felt gutted for him. It wasn't a good feeling, for the next 30 minutes when you see what happened on TV, because you knew how well he was playing. So obviously he got the news that he could come out and practice. I think it was, Friday, Saturday. He's obviously a guy to look out for.
All the way on the right, Christy.
I know you're young in your career and your career here at Torrey Pines, but are there a couple holes that you can point to as pivotal to your success here?
I think if we talk about the front 9, I think the stretch of 6 and 7 are going to be huge. Not having 6 as a par 5, normally it is a par 5, and you're able to hopefully get a birdie out of that. Now you're hitting a long iron into a good par 4. If you're able to get out of those couple holes with just even par for the week and just kind of make your way into 9 and make your way into 10. But then you have the stretch of 12 and 13, and we can keep going on. But there's just certain holes out here where if, you make 4 pars, you're going to be really happy for the week.
And then the last one will be young in your career also. But how do you feel about a regular tour stop being a major championship venue?
I love it. It's there comes a sense of familiarity. like I'll bring up Harding Park for example. Like, it's not a tour stop, but it's a course that I was able to play a lot, or a good handful of times. So I felt comfortable going in. This is a course that I've only played once, but I can come out and prep and not have to try and figure out every single hole and figure out where our locker rooms are going to be. So it just helps in a sense of like, for me, just getting into the week and making things a little easier. But I mean, it's a wonderful golf course, and you've seen it in the past. It doesn't play easy.
Go ahead.
Obviously, growing up in Southern California, you're familiar with Kikuyu and Poa greens. What's your relationship with those two types of grasses?
Yeah, no, I definitely grew up on it. Feels like I'm a kid just coming back out, and guys that are from the East Coast that just really hate Poa greens. It's just something we get used to. I'm not used to Bermuda, and I've had to learn how to putt on that. And but we're all professional golfers out here. For the most part, all of us are professional golfers, and we know how to adjust. We know how to get ready for events, but it's just something that you're comfortable with, and you don't have to really, figure out like, oh, this lies different in the fairway, this is different in the rough. Obviously, I didn't grow up playing with this kind of rough, though.
Colin, thanks for your time. Good luck this week.
All right, thanks, everyone.